Hello tout le monde, c'est Sissa et aujourd'hui on se retrouve pour une nouvelle vidéo sur Game of Thrones de Telltale. La dernière fois on avait incarné, on va dire, deux personnages principaux. Dans le premier épisode, c'était surtout l'écuyer de la maison Forrester qu'on avait incarné. Il était présent lors de, on va dire, des noces pourpres, où il y a eu un véritable massacre. Et on avait incarné par la suite aussi le fils de la maison Forrester, donc qui lui a pris les rênes, sachant que le père et l'aîné de cette famille a été totalement assassiné durant la réception. Donc voilà entre autres ce qui s'est passé, et là on incarne une troisième personne, donc là c'est la fille Forrester, de la famille Forrester, je crois qu'elle s'appelle Mira, si je me souviens bien, je vais aller vérifier ça tout de suite. Mira Forrester, voilà, je vous laisse lire un tout petit peu vite fait, parce que j'avais déjà lu la dernière fois, pour vous laisser vous remettre en tête un petit peu l'histoire. Voilà, je vous laisse lire quelques instants. Voilà, entre autres, je pense que vous avez eu le temps de lire un petit peu. Donc, elle travaille, elle est la servante de Marjorie qui est la future reine de Port-Royal. Elle va, normalement, c'est les plans se marier avec, alors comment il s'appelait, Geoffrey. Voilà. J'essaye de me remettre les noms en tête parce que c'est pas facile. Surtout que ça fait un petit moment que j'ai pas vu la série. Alors Roderick, en fait, c'est le fils déchu de la famille Forrester, où ils n'ont pas trop de nouvelles par rapport à ce personnage, voilà. Pas Port... Oui, c'est Port-Réal, oui, Port-Royal. Allez hop, on va lire le petit document ici, je vais le lire plutôt.
It troubles me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Ah. J'ai peut-être le temps d'aller fouiller un petit peu le coffre quand même avant d'ouvrir la porte. Comment dire? Ah non, j'ai pas le temps. Bon, c'est pas grave.
Oh, sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you. I can come back later if you'd like.
Alors, c'est un autre serviteur de la maison.
No, it's fine. Come in.
Donc la mère de Mira demande de l'aide. Alors pourquoi? Parce que il y a des hommes de main des Bolton qui est venu menacer la famille.
I'm just worried about my family.
Ah, letter from home, is it?
It's kind of you to ask.
Of course, milady.
Alors par contre dans le jeu, le problème c'est qu'on peut pas faire confiance à tout le monde.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends. I saw Lady Marjorie just this morning, outside the Royal Sept, talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
Why are you telling me this?
I heard them arguing about House Forrester and...
House Forrester?
I thought you'd like to know. Forgive me if I was mistaken. I hope you're not in any kind of trouble. Most people don't tend to notice a callboy. Not in King's Landing, with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Lady Marjorie, you're early.
Et plutôt bien modélisée, je trouve, au niveau du visage. On la reconnaît quand même. Bon, même si c'est pas non plus très réaliste, hein, mais...
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
My family wrote me, my lady.
I don't doubt they must be overcome with grief. But you must not despair. We will get through this together. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark. It raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the Royal Sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
I'm not a traitor.
Moi, je suis pas une traîtresse, eh
Of
oh.
course not. It's only an excuse to torment you, and by extension, me. She demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort. For what, I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
What do I say?
Find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
J'aime pas le contente là parce que j'ai pas envie non plus qu'elle m'accuse de quelque chose que je n'ai pas fait.
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Good luck.
You can do this.
Bon, Tayo, je sais pas ce qui va m'arriver, mais je sens que ça va être un vrai bain de sang. J'aime beaucoup la coiffure qu'elle a derrière, c'est très joli. Là. Il a une grosse tête par rapport à son corps, lui.
Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace? With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of House Forrester.
Ah, qui n'a la
I'm
tête.
honored, Your Grace.
Yet not honored enough to kneel, I see.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
Ça pue.
I beg
Ça
your
commence
pardon,
mal.
Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet, for centuries the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
They are noble, not traitors, Your Grace.
Oh, you northern girls tire me. Always quick to make your opinion known, with no thought or consideration for your proper place.
Lady Mira is northern, Your Grace, and new to King's Landing and its politics. She speaks her mind, but means no offense, Your Grace.
Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
Roose Bolton also served the Starks, Your Grace.
Oh, je suis en train de foutre la merde.
Loyalty to the crown by bringing their house to a swift and sudden end.
Elle a pas tort. Par rapport à ça,
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
Yes, Your Grace.
It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
I won't dishonor myself, Your Grace.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
il est en train de me
Raises an
pourrir en
interesting
fait.
question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define. This city alone is filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts? You are a girl from the north, here in service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute, beyond question. And if your loyalties were to become conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict, Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
Ah, les casse-bonbons, hein. Et là, par contre, j'ai le temps que je veux pour répondre, j'ai l'impression. Ça, c'est méchant de faire ça. Je vais réfléchir 2 secondes avant de prendre une décision. J'espère juste que le jeu va pas choisir une décision à ma place. Je pense pas, de toute manière. Alors désolé, hein, j'ai dû faire une légère coupure. C'est un peu la vidéo coupure, j'ai l'impression. Donc, tant pis, c'est pas grave. Je suis quelque peu... je suis pas concentrée et il y a plein de choses qui se passent autour de moi, ce qui fait que je suis pas du tout concentrée. Bah du coup, c'est un peu difficile. Est-ce que c'est envers... Mais on va faire notre pute. Allez, hop.
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
Hop. De toute manière, elle a dit qu'il fallait mentir.
Threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
She's headstrong, isn't she? Not surprising, I suppose, for a northern girl. But not very encouraging either.
Ouh là là.
I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Oh, ce petit regard en coin, là.
I'll walk you out. This may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport. Even then he didn't trust Roose Bolton. We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
These are trying times, my lord. My family fears what might happen now that the Boltons rule the north.
They must still answer to the crown. You shouldn't forget that, nor should they. That certainly took courage. To so publicly declare your loyalty to Joffrey for all to hear. Poor Lady Marjorie was humiliated, although Cersei seemed quite pleased. It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
I did it for Lady Marjorie.
Rather odd, if that's what she asked of you. But I'm sure she has your best interests at heart. My sister and I have our differences.
En fait, si vous voulez, Tyrion Lannister, c'est un petit peu le gars le moins putassier dans la famille Lannister, voilà.
She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the crown in this regard, not her.
What are you suggesting?
I suppose the crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood from House Forrester. Lady Marjorie might not look favorably on such an alliance, and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather
Ah non, mais là, si ça peut sauver la famille Forrester...
Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
It's a risk I'm willing to take, Lord Tyrion. Please.
You are a brave girl, aren't you? I'll consider it. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
Thank you for the advice, Lord Tyrion.
Just be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Mira, I was worried. How was it?
Alors c'est l'autre servante qu'on a vue tout à l'heure.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah?
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
Je dis rien.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Geoffrey, c'est pas le meilleur choix.
Would you marry Joffrey if it meant you'd become queen? He does have a certain look about him, and he's always treated Lady Marjorie well.
I don't want to be queen, no matter who I'd have to marry.
Don't want to be queen? You northerners.
You'd make a perfect scepter. Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
J'aimerais pas être sa femme, hein. Vous avez qu'à voir la série pour comprendre pourquoi je dis ça.
Let's see, who else should we marry off? Brienne of Tarth and Tyrion Lannister. What a perfect match. Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing? Well? Sarah?
I'm sorry, my lady. As am I. We shouldn't have been messing about.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet they say it is men who are powerful. The Queen was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over.
Je fais pas trop confiance, parce que entre ce qu'elle dit et ce qu'elle fait, c'est un peu la reine des coups par derrière.
I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Elle est un peu crédule. Hein.
It doesn't matter what you feel. It only matters what you say.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family. I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Thank you, my lady. There's been something on my mind. Something important.
On peut lui demander, ça coûte rien, mais bon.
I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
Bon, je sais pas, je prends le risque, mais je fais pas trop confiance à... Après, elle pourrait peut-être...
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow. What would you have me do?
My mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought, if a raven could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire?
You can't, my lady. King Joffrey won't like it. Just think how he turned on Lady Sansa. My mother feels it is urgent, my lady. She's unfamiliar with King's Landing and its politics. I hope you can understand that.
Oula, Sarah.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
Du coup, j'ai un peu... Du coup, je regrette d'avoir dit devant l'autre, mais bon. Elle va me trahir, hein. C'est pas grave. J'ai fait un choix différent par rapport à mon autre partie dont j'ai perdu les sauvegardes. Je voulais faire quelque chose de différent, donc voilà. Je regarde le temps qu'on a mis en vidéo. On va peut-être s'arrêter là-dessus. On a un petit temps de calme, on va dire. Donc on va en profiter pour s'arrêter maintenant.
Seven hells.
Let's play a little game, shall we?
Ah tiens, Ramsay.
Did you know my ancestors wore the skins of their enemies as a coat?
Quel sympathique personnage. Bah, je vais m'arrêter maintenant, je suis désolée hein, de couper le truc un petit peu comme ça. Le problème c'est que si je laisse tourner, ça va continuer la séquence et vu que c'est un jeu scripté, je serai un petit peu dans le caca, donc je suis obligée d'arrêter maintenant. On se retrouvera la prochaine fois pour la suite de notre aventure où on incarne là le serviteur l'ancien serviteur de la famille Forrester qui a été envoyé au mur parce que on a en voulant sauver notre propre famille, on a assassiné 2 gardes d'un allié de la famille des Bolton, donc il est un petit peu en sursis, il a été envoyé au mur pour éviter d'avoir la haine des Bolton sur son dos. Bon, ça va le poursuivre et ça va entraîner des problèmes à la famille Forrester et on verra ça dans les prochains épisodes. En tout cas, j'espère que cette nouvelle vidéo sur Game of Thrones de Telltale, vous aura plu. Quant à moi, je vous dis à une prochaine fois pour d'autres vidéos. Allez, salut!